The Oklahoma City Thunder appear to be fumbling the negotiations with Isaiah Hartenstein as they've already left Eugene, Oregon, and the New York Knicks may be able to swoop in and keep their starting center of last year, and we're going to break this down. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here. I told y'all I'd be on top of any free agency thing that happens with the Knicks, and did something officially happen? No, but at the same time, yes, because look, we all know the big threat to the New York Knicks losing Isaiah Hartenstein is the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's been that case for over a month now. That's been the team that we're kind of afraid is going to come in and make Hartenstein an offer that he cannot refuse. Well, as we saw from Shams right as free agency started, we got a terrible outlook. Shams mentioned that with cap space, teams like Orlando focused on getting wing free agents and bringing in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope eventually, and Utah focused on its own roster, current decisions right now, and the Knicks working on their hard cap. The Oklahoma City Thunder are in Eugene, Oregon, set to meet with Isaiah Hartenstein. Now, this came out later in the afternoon, and then, well, things seemed to change, because they have left Oklahoma City. This is Sam Presti's flight. It's been going around on Twitter and Reddit, and we had to jump on and instantly break this thing down because, guys, I understand some of you are like, all right, well, that could mean nothing, but they're already leaving. Just one quick stop for a few hours, and then they're like, let's get out of here and go back to Oklahoma City. Why? That seems a little bit weird that they would be moving this fast. Unless they came in and literally did something where it was like, hey, we're going to give you so much more money than the Knicks are. Let's not even make it a discussion. Just accept now, and we'll give you way more than your market value. And Hartenstein might have been like, yeah, sure. Or they offered him something that's way too similar to the Knicks deal, and they're like, why? And Hartenstein was like, why would I leave my situation there? The big thing about the Knicks deal is it does give Hartenstein more stability than the Thunder deal does. The Thunder have a center of the future in Chet Holmgren. They like him at the 5. I really don't see a world where they bring in Hartenstein, and maybe he'll start this year and they'll move Chet to the 4 for 1 year, but I really don't see a world where Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be spending the next 4 years of his career as a starter on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, if he signs a deal with the Knicks, there's a very high likelihood that he is the Knicks center over the next 4 years. So I think that is something to keep in mind. It definitely has a massive impact on Hartenstein. The man wants to play. And do you really think he wants to move? Probably not. There's factors outside of the money. Now, is the money the biggest thing? Usually, yeah. If he wants to go get so much money, way more than the Knicks can afford, that is what it is. You can't hate on the guy for doing so. And there is a chance that his value just is that high. Because Michael Scotto kind of broke things down today and has consistently been talking as he does. And he did mention that Hartenstein could earn roughly $23 million per year on a multi-year deal from a rival franchise that wants to get him to leave New York to weaken the Knicks, who can obviously only offer him up to $72 million. Now, obviously, not a great sign, because I think Michael A. Scotto is right. There's probably a team out there that's willing to be like, all right, well, we have the money. Let's mess up a contender right now and take their starting center from them and leave them just with one real rotation caliber center in Mitchell Robinson. I think Mitch is great. I think he could easily start on a championship team if he's healthy. The big fear is that he will never be healthy enough to do so. I kind of hope that he is. Obviously, outside of just the fact that I want the Knicks to win, I really like Mitchell Robinson, and there's a lot more pressure on him to be healthy and be available a lot if Hartenstein walks. If so, the Knicks will probably go for a Goga Bitadze or maybe Nick Richards, because Andre Drummond signed a 2-year deal worth $10 million with the 76ers. So that's kind of out of the picture. We're now looking at Nick Richards. We're looking at Goga Bitadze. Valanciunas is off the board, going to Washington for some weird reason. And at this point, that's really who they'd look at if they lose Hartenstein. But there's also a chance they don't lose Hartenstein. Sorry, guys, I'm losing my voice like crazy right now. Jake Fisher was breaking things down. He's been doing kind of like a live Twitter thread. He's got an article going that he keeps updating. And he mentioned that there does remain the chance that Hartenstein stays with the Knicks as, starting for the Knicks throughout a strong postseason to run into Game 7 of the second round where you end because you get injured. And not just Hartenstein, who was banged up. The whole Knicks roster was injured. I don't think Hartenstein wants to really leave the Knicks. I think he just is very aware that a team, specifically the Thunder, might make him an offer he can't refuse, and that is very fair. I think I mean, as he literally said to Michael Escato 2 months ago, if the money's the same, I'm re-signing with the Knicks, no question. He wanted to stay with the Knicks. The whole thing is money. A team will have to pay him. They're going to have to basically buy him away from New York. The question is, do the Thunder want to do that? Well, if they're leaving so soon, they either are very confident that they have already done that, or they just don't think they're going to be able to want to find, or they won't be able to find a common ground where maybe a few extra million isn't really going to do the trick to get Hartenstein out of there. And they're like, you know what? We're not paying him 23, 24 million per year. We have Chet. We can pay someone cheaper. There's other options out there. Now, if they want to do that, I think that actually makes more sense for them, considering, as I've mentioned, Chet is going to be their center of the future. That is something that just has to be kept in mind, because I don't see why they would go out and pay Hartenstein. There's other centers on the board who you could pay way less money, like who will be also great rebounders. They have other options. I don't see why they would pay that much. And if they're not willing to, if they're like, all right, well, the Knicks can give you 4 years, $72 million, we'll give you 4 years, $78 million, Hartenstein's probably going to say no. He's probably going to be like, no, honestly, I'm not uprooting my life for an extra $6 million in total. Like, I'm already getting paid well enough. I'm in a good situation. I'm playing on a team where I'm going to consistently be a starter for the next 4 years, meaning I will get another contract down the line that's going to be worth more money because the ever-rising salary cap, the new CBA that will eventually kick in, there's going to be so many reasons why Isaiah Hartenstein would still benefit financially, even if he's taking a little less money from the Knicks this year, just by the way that his career trajectory could go. Once you become a backup in the NBA after being a starter, you just don't know how things are going to pan out for you. You have less opportunities. He's in a new environment. What if he doesn't fit well there? What if he starts playing badly and ruins his value and then is never going to get a good contract again? Or he plays with the Knicks, a team he knows he fits on, a team where he has good chemistry, where he can still live in the greatest city on the planet. He has so many reasons to stay here that if he's taking a little less money, it does still make sense, especially from like a personal standpoint, but also from a financial standpoint when you consider that he will be starting for the next 4 years of his career. Then he'll be known as an NBA starting caliber center on a contender, a team that could very well turn around next season and win the NBA Finals. That will make him money down the line. So it has to be something that Hartenstein keeps in mind. You know he will. He's a smart guy. Maybe he decides to stay with the Knicks. Maybe Presti realized that he has to fight such an uphill battle that he could find someone of similar enough skill, similar enough rebounding to where he's fine with going a different route. We are going to find out. I feel like the fact that Presti left, meaning that Hartenstein probably knows what he's going to do or has a very good idea of what he's going to do. So make sure you're subscribed. We are going to respond right away the second he does. My notifications will be on, so if it happens at 5 a.m., I'm waking up, guys. You're getting the Knicks video then. You don't want to miss it. Have a great day, guys. Like, subscribe. I have to go drink tea or something. My voice is going. Go Knicks.